Steve. All right, right now here on Bounce, you have the chance to support a local farm by attending a gourmet farm dinner later this month. Tonight, I want to welcome Zach Wyatt from the Carolina Farm Trust to talk about the event. He also brought along Iram Ramirez, a mushroom farmer and what do you call yourself, a grower at the Urban Gourmet Farms. I want to thank you guys both for coming in, and you talk about this table. This is, I guess, part of your handiwork, right? You're sort of a, I guess, a food artiste in terms of going from the ground, right?
It's sort of the ground. It's materials that are mixed together and then inoculated with the spawn, and then 3 weeks to a couple of months you have some mushrooms growing, and the chefs are really the artists when it comes to the food. I just provide them the raw materials.
Wow, they're very impressive to see. Now, Zach, tell us a little bit about this event that you guys have happening on January 14th.
Well, this is our third dinner that we've done with Heirloom. Chef Clark Barlow, chef owner of Heirloom, has been a good friend of ours for the last 3 years, and he was actually the first chef that we did a dinner with, and him and I talked in late November, what farm are we going to pick this year, and Iram came right out of the gate.
Wow. Cool.
And so we're both really excited, and we've been growing every year over at Heirloom on these dinners, and excited to raise some money for Iram and start the 2018 on a good note.
Talk to me, if you will, about the courses then that you all are going to have for the dinner. We got the stuff here, and I'm sure that will be part of the offerings per se.
Yeah, I'll let Iram kind of speak to that. He's much more qualified than I.
Well, Clark will definitely be using the lion's mane as well as trumpets and maitake for the dinner. Mushrooms, they all have different flavors, they all have different textures, and chefs can make some magic with them. With the lion's mane, for example, it looks fluffy.
It looks like cauliflower.
It does.
Yeah,
it does. But it's super dense. It almost has a shellfish flavor. And Clark is going to be making a crab cake with it.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Crab cake.
I got you. I'm with you. Now, tell me about some of the other ones here. What do we have here?
We have shiitake. Shiitake used in a lot of Asian cuisine. I like to just saute some shiitake with my green beans, but it's a very fibrous, woodsy mushroom. And then you have oyster over here. Oyster is a fantastic mushroom. Anything you use a cremini for or a portobello, it's a good substitution for it. You get a lot of that umami flavor, that mushroom goodness.
Share with me, if you will, because there are lots of questions that people have about mushrooms and the cleanliness and all that. And I remember growing up as a child, and you'd see mushrooms near trees, and they would say, "No, stay away from those. Those are toadstools." But the fact of the matter is, there's all kinds of ways, and people think of like traditional mushrooms, but when you look at this variety here, I guess they come out of the ground in all kinds of shape.
They do. A lot of mushrooms come out of the ground. Most of these mushrooms would be grown on trees in the wild. As a rule of thumb, don't go eating a mushroom in your yard. It's probably not unless you really know what you're doing. There are some poisonous mushrooms in North Carolina, but maitake does grow in North Carolina, as well as lion's mane and oyster, and they're safe to eat. Not many things look like lion's mane, but just don't take my word for it.
Well, one of the secrets to give away now, these do not grow outdoors. Tell us a little bit about your operation.
Well, these do not grow outdoors because they grow in my warehouse. I have a warehouse space in South Charlotte. It's right next to...
It sounds like a legal grow operation.
It is legal. I do the food mushrooms. That's why I don't make any money.
Okay, like those that you find overseas, or they call magic mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are... Yeah. If I did that, then maybe we wouldn't be doing a farm trust dinner.
right. No, people would be leaving the dinner feeling a little different than when they walked in. But there will be adult beverages at this dinner as well, right?
There will be. There'll be some pairings with the menu. Clark does a fantastic job with that.
Talk to me about how, I guess, the proceeds, want to basically how you will help the community as a result of this effort.
Well, the dinners we've done to really benefit the farmers on an individual basis. We've done about 12 dinners over the last year and a half, and we've been able to write $16,000 for the checks directly to farmers, and and it's a way really for us to live our mission. And excited.
I'm looking at this menu here. So we got something here called lightning cakes, and you talked about crab cakes, and maybe it sounds like 2018 has the potential. There we go, mushroom stroganoff. There, maybe 2018 could be the year of the mushroom.
Well, I think it's a year of the mushroom already.
5 courses, really? Wow. There's a lot of planning that goes into this menu.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Clark and his team, Anne Marie, they do a wonderful job.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, if people want to get tickets to this event, how do they get in touch with you guys?
The tickets are on sale through our website, carolinafarmtrust.org. We're also going to be doing a silent auction that night for these 2 paintings behind us. Lindsay Cosma is a local artist, and her and a bunch of kids at Carolina Jubilee this year painted these one each day, and they came out wonderful. And
yeah, and basically it kind of has a farm theme when you look at
absolutely
some of these.
So I mean, Lindsay's fantastic, and we had I can't remember exactly how many kids, but we had at least 5 or 6 that worked with her, and basically they kind of painted the whole canvas, and then Lindsay kind of came after them and turned it into these 2 masterpieces.
Well, you talk about masterpieces here on the easel as well as on our table. You guys have obviously have your hearts in the right place for a great cause. Want to just thank you guys for coming out this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, and then to pass along once again the farm dinner. Urban Gourmet right here on the screen, happening Sunday, January 14th. It's going to be Heirloom Restaurant. Cocktail hour begins at 5 o'clock, dinner at 6, and tickets start at $65. And I'm willing to bet that we have more information on our website, WBTV.com. Look at that. You know, it's so funny. You see these mushrooms here, and there is an artist by the name of Dale Chihuly that does blown glass. So this kind of reminds me of Chihuly, but only in the mushroom fashion.
In a tastier, edible version.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having us.
All right. All right. Delana, let's get you back to our Sound Off Charlotte topic. I'm sure lots